Morning, dear friends. Last class we have seen that one 3 mark question. What is the need for resource conservation? That was the 3 mark question. We discussed that how if it is coming in 5 mark, how we can tackle that one. Now one more question related to that one. What are the methods of conservation of resources? What are the methods of conservation of resources? So 5 points I will tell one by one. Please note down. First point, by reducing the overuse of resources, means we should reduce the overuse of resources. Second point, use of more renewable resources. More and more renewable resources we should use. Second one. Third one, recycle of the resources if possible. Recycle of the resources if possible. Fourth point, use of cheap and harmless substitutes. Use of cheap and harmless substitutes. Fifth point, strict legislation. Strict legislation. Fifth point, by creating the public awareness. By creating the public awareness. These all are the 6 main points. This is the method how we can conserve the resources. Now coming to today's topic. Last class we have seen about the how sustainable development concept developed. Club of Rome was there, then Gandhian philosophy, Schumacher is there, Small is Beautiful, the title was written, then Brundtland Commission report was there. In that one, first time sustainable development concept is coming, and our common future, this title is given. Then later on, Earth Summit happened in Rio de Janeiro. Till there we have seen. Today we are going to see about the land resource. If we are seeing in our country, maximum people, whatever activities they are doing, that is done on land, maximum activities. But on land also, if we are seeing in our country India, land is also not a equal type. Variety of relief is there. Some places mountain is there, some place plateau is there, plain is there, and islands are there. These are found in our country. If we are seeing how much percentage is there, then plain area, if we are seeing plain area 43% is there, and plateau area 27% is there. Then third one, mountain, that is the 30%. So this one you need to memorize. 43% plain area is there, 27% plateau is there, and 30% mountain is there. If we will see in our country, especially the plateau region, that is full with minerals, especially the Chota Nagpur plateau and these things. So every area's importance is there. What type of land use pattern is there, that we will see later on. First we have to understand some concepts. For what purpose we are using our land, that is the land utilization. Some places forest is there, some places land that is not available for cultivation, that is classified in two parts, barren and wasteland. We have to clear here concept. Three main concepts are there that we have to clear. First one is barren land, then after that wasteland, then fallow land. These three concepts, barren land, wasteland and fallow land. Then after that we have to see net sown area and grass cropped area. So these are the main things that we have to understand. After that you can read that one. So we will coming one by one. If we will see the barren land and wasteland, what is happening here? Barren land means the land which cannot be used for cultivation. The land which cannot be used for cultivation, that is the barren land. Hilly terrain areas, desert area, ravine area, etc. etc. Why it cannot be used? Because fertility is not there. Means barren land is a land on that one agriculture is not possible, cultivation is not possible because it is not fertile. Now coming to the wasteland. This land, wasteland, the land which is left fallow means uncultivated for more than 5 years. For more than 5 years. If you are seeing here one thing, for more than 5 years if land is fallow, then it is wasteland. Now coming to the what is the fallow land? That concept is coming. Fallow land means that is uncultivated land, that is known as fallow land. And that one possibility is there, to do the agriculture because it is little bit fertile. Fallow land is also classified in two parts. Current fallow means left without cultivation for one or less than one agricultural year. Agricultural year is also having the 12 month, only it is starting from July to June, 1st July to 31st June, that is agricultural year. Other than current fallow land from 1 year to 5 year. If cultivation is not happening, then it is other than current, but it is also fallow land. If more than 5 year uncultivated, then it will come to wasteland. Clear? Fallow land, current fallow land, less than 1 year we are not doing the cultivation, possibility is there. Other than current fallow, 1 to 5 year we can do the agricultural, but last 1 to 5 year we have not done the agriculture. Then third is coming wasteland. Wasteland means more than 5 year, last more than 5 year we have not done the cultivation, that is the wasteland. Then barren land, on that one cultivation is not possible. So this is the concept on that one. Then you have to read 1, 2, 3, 4 point. If you will read, then it is easy. Now coming to the next thing, here one more concept is coming. What is the net sown area and what is the grass cropped area? First you read this line, then what you are getting. Area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus net sown area is known as grass cropped area. Concept is not clear. What is net sown area? Total area. Grass cropped area is the total area sown once as well as more than once in a particular year. When the crop is sown on a piece of land for twice, the area is counted twice in grass cropped area. On the other hand, net sown area is the area sown with crop but is counted only once. I think it is clear. Means grass cropped area, how much land area you are doing the agriculture. Suppose same land area 2 times you are doing the agriculture, it will be counted as 2 times in grass cropped area. But in net sown area it will be counted only 1 time. How much land area you are doing agriculture? This thing is clear or not? In grass means total 2 times you are doing, then 2 times that land will be counted. But in net sown area, if 1 time or 2 times you are doing, only 1 time that land area will be counted in net sown area. One thing you are getting here, always grass cropped area will be high, will be more compared to the net sown area. This is clear? Now you can read this thing, how we are utilizing the land. Now coming to the next point, land use pattern in India. How in India land is used? What is the pattern of that one? Land use pattern, mainly it will depend on 2 things, physical factors as well as human factor. Then physical factors, what are that one? Topography, which type of topography is there, what type of climate is there, what type of soil is found there. These are the physical factors. Then human factors, population density, how much people are living in 1 square kilometer area, that is known as population density. Then technological capacity and culture and tradition. On these things land use pattern will depend. So in our country, if you are seeing some area land is used more and more, but some area forest is there, people are not doing the agriculture, that land is there but it is not so much fertile for us. So in this chart you can see how the land degradation is happening and how it can be, people can tackle this problem. Now if we are coming to next point, land degradation and conservation measures. What are the main measures that should be taken for conserving our land? Land degradation, you are knowing that whatever land is available, that's upper part is washed away, and fertility and these things are decreasing with the land, with the wind. Fertility of that land is decreasing. It is known as land degradation. Now how we can solve this problem? This is the question. This is important question. This is important question, so you should focus that one. 4 points are given here. There are many ways to solve the problem of land degradation. Question will come, what are the main methods how you can solve the problem of land degradation? So first point here, afforestation and proper management of grazing. Afforestation means more and more plants you have to do the plantation. Afforestation means plantation, more plantation. Deforestation means cutting off plants. Afforestation means more and more plantation should be there. Grazing management. If you are seeing the pastoral land, on that one when animals are going, their legs are very sharp. With that one land, some when animals they are grazing the grasses, then upper part of the soil is shown, and on that one with the animal's leg, that soil is digged up little bit, and whenever rainfall or fast wind is coming, that soil start going away. So that should also be managed. Limited number of animals should be allowed according to area. Then second point, plantation of shelter belts of plants. On the boundary line, plantation should be done. That will make a shelter belt. If very fast wind is coming, that will be restricted and land degradation can be minimized. Then third one, control on overgrazing. Overgrazing means suppose one area is there, on that one if 4 animals are grazing there, then it is very less only, upper part of layer is not open. But if 20 animals are grazing there, then what will happen? Maximum grass they will graze, and upper layer of the earth is open one. So more possibility of degradation. So we have to control on overgrazing. Then next one, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. Sand dune, one point is coming. Sand dune means if you are going in desert area, then you are seeing sands are put like a bunch of something you are putting. Like that way sand dunes are there. So on that one when wind is blowing, now you are seeing nearby sand dunes. After some time you will see that sand dune is disappeared and another place it is deposited. So how it can be controlled? It can be thorny bushes in the desert area. Thorny bushes can be grown up and they will provide as a shelter for the sand dunes. Clear? So these are the methods. One more method, if you are seeing, proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents and waste after treatment. These things can reduce the land as well as water degradation in industrial and areas. Suburban area means who are in the process of urbanization, but it is little bit town like area, that one you can tell. Suburban area means town like area. I hope this question is very good clear. These points you have to memorize. Definitely these questions will come. These questions will come at least one or two exams, you can see that one. Tomorrow we'll see soil as a resource and a classification of soil. So be ready for that one. I hope you are enjoying the classes. Take it seriously. When you are seeing the video, read your book twice so that 1 mark and 3 mark and 5 mark questions will be clear. 5 mark questions you should write. You should try to write in your rough notes or any notes. You will write that one when school will open. Then I will try to see that one. Thank you.